If you think you need a perfectly built, custom branded website in order to get started or be successful with SEO marketing, then the answer is not true. I want to clear things up here because this is a big myth and oftentimes a big limiting belief or idea that we take on assuming we don't actually have what we need to be successful or to get started with things like SEO marketing. So let's get into it. And the first thing is you don't actually need to wait until you have this really beautifully branded website in order to get started with SEO marketing. The reality is you can get started with SEO with something so simple that is so minimal before you can worry about having to have a really beautifully branded site. Search doesn't necessarily care about how beautiful your site is. It cares about how well optimized it is. And this is important because when we are wanting to create something for social media or for content online, we obsess over having it look a very particular way. And this usually, self-included, causes so much delay in getting started. The second thing you need to know is that you don't need a fully built out site to get started. It can be very minimal and it can actually work very well. SEO is a strategy. It is a digital marketing strategy. It's not just about your website. Your website plays a role in the strategy, but it is not the whole entire strategy. And that's important to take into consideration and understand. There are different components of SEO marketing depending on the kind of business that you have. If you're somebody with a brick and mortar, then of course you're going to focus on things like local SEO. And lo and behold, local SEO, Google Business Profile, you don't even need a website to go on there. It's something that you can do without a website, super low tech, super easy. You can literally set it up in a couple minutes. And we have a video for that. Check it out in the description down below. SEO, search engine optimization, can happen in multiple platforms and multiple places. But you want to know what it is that you're working towards. You don't want to just start doing the thing to do the thing. You want to actually know what the end goal is so you can create a content strategy or SEO marketing strategy that's going to feed more beautifully into that loop. So how can you get started if you don't have a website, you hate your website, or you don't even know if you need a site in general? I'm gonna walk you through the things to do today so you can start growing and working towards what you're gonna be creating for your digital marketing strategy, and also help you have a little bit more clarity on the steps in the process. For those of you who do not have a website whatsoever, you can get started with a literal one-pager site. We have a template like this inside of our SEO marketing membership. You can feel free to check it out in the link in the description down below this video, or you can look online and you can get a million different templates or freebies anywhere on the web. Now, my one caveat for this, and again, this is personal opinion, so it's not fact, preference, I think WordPress websites are definitely the GOAT, in my opinion, for SEO marketing long term. Now, that being said, I understand most folks are not going to want to go into WordPress and what it has to do. So that's okay if you're just getting started and you want to start on something like Show It. You want to start on something like Squarespace. You want to start on something like, just not Wix. Anything but Wix, you guys. Anything but Wix and anything but GoDaddy. I don't care. That's basically what I'm going to put that at, okay? The most important thing about the content that you're creating for your site is that it's clear, it's clean, it's easy to read, it's easy to navigate, and it's relevant to what your audience is actually searching for. What needs to go on your site is going to depend on the business that you have. So it doesn't need to be complicated. It doesn't need to be the most beautifully, professionally designed site in the world. The first thing that you're trying to do is get traffic to your site. And the way that you do that is by creating SEO optimized content. That can be in the form of blogs, so the actual written content, and/or you can use something like YouTube, where you create video content that is optimized on this search platform. That content can feed over to your site, your services, your products, whatever it is you do. You can also use search engines like Pinterest. Yes, it is a search engine. And you can also use tools like a podcast connected to a blog on your site, where you can have content there, again, that is optimized with the ideas, the topics, the things that you know people are searching for that you're covering in your episodes. The last thing, I slightly mentioned it already, is the Google Business Profile component. Whether you have an online store, whether you deliver online services, whether you have an actual brick and mortar physical location or you sell products, Google is the most amazing tool, I swear, when it comes to SEO marketing. Now, obviously, it helps because when you have a site, even if it's a crappy one that's just the bare minimum, it's still going to be building credibility and building trust and gaining traction. So it's okay if it starts messy. It's okay if it starts with the minimal viable product possible. What matters is that you start now and you're not putting it off until 10 years down the road when you have $10,000 or $5,000 or whatever the ticket price is on a professional website for you and your business. So hopefully this is giving you a little push on the right direction. If you have questions about how SEO marketing works, be sure to check out our full channel. We have a ton of content on SEO for YouTube, SEO for blogging, SEO for business in general. If you want to learn more, if you want to work with us, feel free to check out our membership. We have a low ticket option for folks who come in and work directly with us. It's not just a portal or a course. It's a place where you can basically come in anytime. You can have the subscription that's basically month to month. You can cancel if you want to cancel, but you can get the information, the tools, the guidance. And of course, my favorite part is that I'm in there each week doing live calls with my students so you can get your questions answered. We can custom tailor what it is that you're doing, your strategy. And I think the best part is that there are tons of templates that I provide in there to help give you specific guidance so you don't have to try to figure this out on your own. If you're not sure where to start in your business, and you're not even sure if what you need is a business and marketing membership or guidance, then feel free to take the free quiz that we have, again, linked in the description down below. This will help give you more insight into where you're at in your process and your journey and what the next steps might be for you, whether it is looking into marketing or whether you actually need to focus on other pieces first instead. So hopefully, again, you found this video helpful. If you did, a thumbs up is always appreciated, and be sure to hit that subscribe button. It does make a big difference. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing you in future videos. Thank you so much for joining. Bye.